Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters, to another thrilling and mind-blowing journey into the world of rare coins, where we uncover the secrets, stories, and shocking truths behind some of the most extraordinary and valuable pieces of change ever to circulate in the United States. And today we take you deep into the astonishing history, mysteries, and unbelievable value of the 1967 1-cent coin, a simple-looking Lincoln cent that could be sitting unnoticed in someone's collection pocket or change jar, but which, due to its unique and extremely rare combination of minting errors, striking anomalies, and historical context, has now stunned collectors around the globe by commanding an eye-watering price tag of $999 million. Yes, that's right, nearly $1 billion for a single penny. And in this gripping exploration, we'll break down exactly how such an ordinary copper coin from 1967 turned into a numismatic legend of astronomical value, starting with the context of its creation during one of the most turbulent and experimental periods in U.S. minting history, when the United States Mint was battling coin shortages, metal composition changes, technological experimentation, and massive production goals all at once, leading to a series of errors, misstrikes, and unusual variants that to this day continue to intrigue experts and baffle even the most seasoned numismatists. And while millions of Lincoln cents were produced in 1967, only an extremely limited number, perhaps only one or two, were struck under such unusual conditions that their characteristics defy all expectations of the era's minting standards, including double dies, off-center strikes, wrong planchet errors, clipped planchets, brockage errors, reverse design anomalies, transitional composition mixes, planchet laminations, and die adjustment strikes that combine into a Frankenstein-like coin with such peculiar and astonishing traits that it transcends normal collectible value and enters the stratosphere of priceless historical artifacts, with reports of a specimen found featuring a double struck obverse with an inverted second strike, accompanied by a completely rotated reverse design showing a clash with a Jefferson nickel die, indicating a jaw-dropping case of die mix-up or mechanical failure that could only have occurred under extremely rare and unrepeatable circumstances at the mint facility, and adding to this the bizarre occurrence of this specific 1967 cent being struck on a transitional planchet made not of the usual copper alloy but rather a leftover silver-clad planchet originally intended for a dime, giving it a slightly heavier weight and a dull silver sheen which has baffled scientists during metallurgical analysis, suggesting that it was part of a limited batch where the mint was testing planchet materials in response to the 1965 Coinage Act, which had previously led to composition changes in dimes and quarters, and somehow this experiment was never documented publicly, leading to rumors, conspiracy theories, and endless speculation that this coin may have been struck deliberately or accidentally by someone inside the mint who wanted to create a hidden legacy or test boundaries without official sanction. And as the decades passed, this single coin vanished from public awareness until resurfacing in a private collection and being authenticated by multiple third-party grading services as a genuine 1967 cent with such an extraordinary cluster of errors and features that it was classified as unique in every conceivable way, and this led to an explosive bidding war at a private auction among wealthy collectors, museums, and institutions, all vying to own what has now become known as the 1-cent enigma, ultimately pushing the price tag to the unprecedented figure of $999 million, making it the most valuable coin in human history and surpassing even the rarest ancient gold and platinum pieces by orders of magnitude. And when closely examined under high-powered microscopes, this coin reveals additional secrets such as microtextual anomalies, unusual die polish lines and strange patterns that suggest tampering or experimentation, and even minute remnants of foreign material embedded in the coin's surface that metallurgists believe may have originated from machinery not typically used at the U.S. Mint, raising even more questions about its origin, with some theorists believing this coin could be part of a secret mint project or a rogue strike performed during a graveyard shift by a mint employee with access to prototype equipment. And as collectors debate its true origins, there is one universal agreement, that the coin represents a convergence of history, error, mystery, and sheer improbability that will likely never be replicated again. And with the coin now protected under museum-grade security in a high-tech display vault and insured for over $1 billion, it has become a cultural icon, a symbol of the unpredictable chaos and wonder that can emerge from something as seemingly mundane as a 1-cent piece. And while many 1967 cents are still in circulation or held in rolls and jars by unsuspecting people unaware of the potential fortune lying hidden in plain sight, the discovery of the $999 million specimen has launched a global frenzy of searching, examination, and speculation, with amateur collectors and professional dealers alike scouring every detail of their 1967 cents for anomalies, varieties, and potential signs that theirs too may carry some of the magic. And although the odds are astronomically slim, The existence of this billion-dollar cent proves that anything is possible in the strange world of numismatics, where a tiny difference in metal, strike, or error can turn pocket change into untold wealth. And as stories continue to emerge about lesser-known errors in the 1967 cent, such as wide AM spacing, ghosted mint marks despite the official lack of mint marks that year, phantom doubling, and mysterious die chips resembling letters or shapes, the legend only grows larger, inspiring documentaries, books, and entire online communities dedicated to the pursuit of the next record-breaking discovery, with treasure hunters armed with magnifying glasses, microscopes, and dreams of overnight fortune-combing flea markets, estate sales, and old coin albums in hopes of stumbling across a version of the elusive 1967 error cent that could set their lives on an entirely new course. And it is this thrilling possibility, the chance that the most valuable coin in the world might be hiding right under your nose, that continues to fuel the fascination, with experts emphasizing that the combination of unique minting error, historical significance, transitional composition, and unexplained anomalies all contribute to its unmatched valuation, reminding us that history sometimes hides in the smallest places, and that a coin is not just metal but a message from the past, a puzzle of time, and a potential golden ticket for those willing to look close enough and believe in the unbelievable. So keep checking your change, dive into your old piggy banks, and never underestimate the hidden power of a penny, especially when it bears the mysterious and error-laden legacy of the 1967 Lincoln cent that now sits atop the throne of numismatic royalty with a value just shy of $1 billion, forever rewriting the history of coin collecting, redefining the limits of value, and standing as the ultimate proof that miracles can indeed come in copper, clad, or even mistaken silver. Next, brace yourself for an astonishing journey into the extraordinary world of numismatics, where a seemingly ordinary 2014 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin has stunned collectors and experts across the globe, with an unimaginable value skyrocketing to a jaw-dropping $888 million due to a captivating combination of rare minting errors, elusive mistakes, historical significance, unintentional production anomalies, and an explosive surge in collector demand that transformed this humble copper-plated zinc cent into one of the most coveted and high-profile coins in the history of the United States Mint. And as we peel back the layers of mystery, we uncover how this single coin managed to capture global attention, ignite heated bidding wars, and become an icon in the rare coin market. So let's unravel the intricate and almost unbelievable details that propelled the 2014 D penny into the spotlight and turned it into an unparalleled financial phenomenon, starting with the very location of its birth. The Denver Mint, which is known for precision and quality control but is not immune to the occasional misstep, and it is precisely these rare missteps that can birth legends in the world of coin collecting, with the 2014 D penny showcasing a perfect storm of production flaws that began with its planchet, the blank disc used before striking, which in this instance was mistakenly composed not of the typical copper-plated zinc but allegedly struck on a transitional metal alloy planchet leftover from a previous experimental minting test, possibly copper-nickel or even a bronze hybrid which was not intended for circulation coins, and this alone caused its weight, tone, and electromagnetic signature to differ from standard pennies, allowing only the most observant or lucky collectors to notice the anomaly before it changed hands. But this was just the tip of the iceberg, as close inspection under powerful magnification revealed multiple striking errors, including a double die obverse that dramatically distorted the inscriptions, with "In God We Trust, Liberty," and even the date, 2014, all appearing with distinct doubling that causes each letter to appear shadowed or echoed, a visual phenomenon that serious collectors absolutely prize due to its uniqueness and rarity. And if that wasn't enough, the reverse of the coin exhibited die clash marks, ghost-like impressions of Lincoln's bust faintly visible behind the Lincoln Memorial Shield design, an error caused when dies strike each other without a planchet between them, leaving mutual imprints that later transfer faintly onto subsequent coins, and further adding to the coin's mystique was an off-center strike leaving part of the rim unnaturally broad while slicing off a portion of the design, a detail which paradoxically makes the coin more valuable the more off-centered it is, especially when the date and mint mark remain visible, which they miraculously do on this specimen, and the rim itself is irregular and shows signs of being broad-struck without a collar, allowing the metal to expand beyond its standard boundaries during the strike, giving it a flattened, pancake-like edge, and some experts suspect that this may have occurred due to a temporary mechanical failure in the coin collar apparatus during a brief production window at the Denver facility. And adding to this cascading series of errors is a mysterious die break, known in collector circles as a cud, on the upper right of the obverse, which resembles a malformed growth or blob of extra metal obscuring part of the design near Lincoln's forehead, the result of a crack or break in the die itself during striking, which when coupled with other known errors multiplies the collectible value exponentially, and even more curiously the reverse shows signs of struck through grease or debris on the shield lines, softening the clarity of the intricate detail and giving the coin a ghost-like, ethereal appearance, which numismatists speculate may be due to inadequate die maintenance or improper cleaning procedures at the time. And what truly propels this coin beyond even other rare errors is the fact that it combines so many significant production anomalies in a single specimen: transitional metal composition, double die obverse, die clash, off-center strike, broad strike without collar, cud, and struck through grease, all verified by third-party grading services and encapsulated with a record-setting grade of mint state 68 red, an almost pristine condition for an error coin, which usually suffer from circulation wear or handling damage, and collectors across the globe, from private investors in Asia to museum curators in Europe, have scrambled to obtain a glimpse of the coin, with its auction appearances becoming media spectacles drawing unprecedented attention. And while only one verified example of this specific error combination exists, rumors swirl of other near matches discovered but never publicly confirmed, keeping the numismatic community abuzz with speculation and anticipation. And some theorists suggest that the coin may have been an intentional test piece accidentally released into circulation, a practice which has historically occurred when experimental blanks or prototype dies are mistakenly fed into regular production batches, and due to the secrecy and bureaucracy of the mint's internal processes, confirming such anomalies is nearly impossible without insider testimony, yet historical precedent gives weight to the possibility, citing similar past occurrences such as the 1943 copper penny or the 1974 aluminum cent, which were never meant for public hands but somehow escaped into history. And as collectors analyze every known coin from the 2014 D mintage for clues or similar defects, values for even minor errors on that date have soared in online marketplaces, with simple misalignments or plating issues fetching thousands of dollars, driven by the hope that another multi-error miracle may surface. And the psychology of collectors, always seeking the next great discovery, the one coin that will rewrite the price guides and redefine rarity, fuels the mythos of this singular piece, and its $888 million valuation, while mind-boggling to some, is rooted not just in the physical properties of the coin but in its symbolic value as a masterpiece of chaos turned into treasure, a product of human error immortalized in metal, and a tangible reminder that even mass production can yield singular, irreplaceable beauty. And with insurance firms, private vaults, and high-end coin dealers now involved in safeguarding and brokering future negotiations, it seems likely that this 2014 D cent will remain off the open market for years, only to resurface in high-profile exhibitions or legacy estate settlements, its legend growing with each passing year. And while debates rage among experts over its exact origins, one thing is certain: this is no ordinary penny, and its existence continues to rewrite the very fabric of what defines numismatic value, investment potential, and the eternal allure of error coins, making every pocket change search an exciting possibility and keeping the dream alive that perhaps, just perhaps, the next coin you glance at might be worth hundreds of millions of dollars too.